My personal experience with podcast has been amazing. I have gained through it a lot in my conversations when there's some debate or there are some people talking on a topic. I am very confident to share my insights because I've heard from the world leaders and they are not wrong. So I have different perspectives to share in a conversation, and that has added to my confidence. That's why I feel this will benefit you too. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel All Sorted, and in this episode we are going to talk about the top 5 HR podcasts that you must subscribe, that are completely free of cost, zero cost, that will actually help you to build your knowledge so much you'll have an edge over others, and it can work wonders if you're an aspirant, if you're a student, in your interviews, everywhere. So if this is relevant to you guys, keep watching the Hello guys, welcome back. So in this episode we are going to talk about 5 HR podcasts that are completely free of cost on the app Google Podcast. If you haven't downloaded this app, please go to the Play Store or App Store, your any Apple iStore. Go and download this app called Google Podcast. All podcasts here are free of cost, tremendously to increase your knowledge, gain an edge over others, be up to date, get the insights from the world's leaders, top speakers on the go while you're commuting or while exercising or anywhere, anytime. You can just switch on and get the best knowledge, best insights, whole attitude. Your perception will grow manifold after listening to such podcasts. Anytime, anywhere, no cost. That's the beauty. Okay, 45 minutes I'll listen to various podcasts. My day starts with podcast. So that's why I'm going to tell you this. I've been listening to it for the last 1 year and it has worked wonders for me. Okay, it's not a replacement for newspapers. My day starts with the news by Bloomberg, Quint podcast, then 3 things by Indian Express. So I've made this routine and I love this. Okay, and then I switch to some audiobook summary where I listen to the book summary in 15 minutes, the best books. But let's focus on HR podcast now. You'll get to understand the latest HR practices from the companies like Microsoft, Google. Their leaders speak on these podcasts. They have a discussion, panel discussion. So up to date with all the trends. Suppose how artificial intelligence and machine learning is affecting the HR field, what new HR jobs can emerge, how the job descriptions will change in 2030. These are the topics, very interesting topics, and if you hear them, you gain that knowledge, gain that perspective, and your whole vocabulary while talking to others will change because you hear such awesome words, awesome ideas, that your whole perspective changes after listening to such podcasts. First is Work Life by Adam Grant. So Adam Grant is an organizational psychologist, really very interested in how people work, how they get motivated, how is their work life, what do they expect from work. So everything related to organizational psychology and the ranging topics, will you can make your work life better balance, and what companies are doing. Everything is covered in this podcast, the Work Life by Adam. Podcast number 2 is the digital HR leaders. So HR is going digital, if you are aware of this. World is going towards industry 4.0. HR is also changing. There is a lot of digitalization in HR analytics, people analytics. This is run by David Green. Green is the people analytics leader. So he shares his insights of how HR is transforming in this digital world. What is driving transformation in organizations? How HR is helping that. The podcast of 30-40 minutes, you can just listen to it and you'll gain amazing insights. So if you want to be data driven, if you want to be future ready as an HR professional, you must listen to this podcast, Digital HR Leaders. Podcast number 3 is the Honest HR. Okay. So Honest HR is a podcast from the SHRM, Society of Human Resource Management. Okay, very important, and Honest HR gets to the real HR true stories, to the point. Getting to the C-suite, how the HR managers can get to the C-suite level, CHRO level, how you can challenge your boss ideas, how you can challenge those ideas. You can lead the organizational culture in your organization, how the DNI, the diversity and inclusion is happening in current organizations, and what you can do in your organization. Everything is covered in Honest HR, the podcast by SHRM. SHRM is also a website you can go for HR articles. And podcast number 4 is the Employer Branding podcast. So employer branding is actually a combination of marketing and HR, when HR and marketing combines. So if you are slightly interested in marketing and how HR can use that, how to build the brand of the organization, to attract the right talent towards the organization, because you want to stand out as an organization to your potential recruits. So how to build that image, how to brand your organization. You'll get the best tricks and tricks the organizations are using for employee branding. You can just listen to it, very interesting, as it is also related to marketing. If you are slightly interested in employee branding, this will help you big deal. So podcast number 5 is the HBR Idea Cast. So HBR Idea Cast is not a typical HR, not just related to HR. It is about management and business and management.
So we'll talk from step number 2. First, you have to download this Google Podcast app. The icon will look like this. If you open it, you can see above all the podcasts that I have subscribed. Okay, Work Life by Adam Grant, Harvard Business Review, 3 Things, everything that I've subscribed already. If you want to explore new, you can see explore button. Just click on that explore. Okay. And when you click on explore, you can search here the name of the podcast. For example, here Digital HR Leaders, one of the suggested podcasts. Now here click on that. Now it will get you to this homepage. Now hit subscribe to the plus button. Now it has right clicked. Okay, now go inside and hit all new episode notifications so that you get all episode notifications. You can see here 77 episodes are there, and you can listen to every podcast of Digital HR Leaders. So likewise, you can search for other podcasts.
Guys, these were my recommendations, my personal recommendations. Also, there are other bonus podcasts. If this video helps you, this is all about value addition in your life. If you want to stand out amongst the crowd, if you want to improve your knowledge, if you want to change your vocabulary, change your perception, get the world-class ideas at your fingertips, and combine it with some boring activity because it does not require your full attention like watching a TV, podcast is the way to go. And this is all about HR podcast, and I'll give a link in the description of all the other 17 HR podcasts that you can subscribe. I hope this helps you. Please share it with others. This will help the HR community a lot, the aspirants, the students, the employees, the leaders, whoever benefits. Please share it to them. Please hit like if you liked it, and comment below if you have any more questions. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. All sorted.